So what were your parents like?
My parents?
Yeah.
Uh, my mother, well, you heard the poem she wrote
Yeah.
that I read today.
What was she like to be around, though?
Very nice. Very nice. My mother was a wonderful woman. Very well thought of.
What was your father like?
My father, he was a wonderful person. He was a businessman. Uh, oh, everybody seemed to admire him.
Mm.
He was in this general store with his brother,
Mm-hmm.
and his brother took advantage of him. And I remember my mother and I begged my father to get out of it and get in a business of his own.
Mm.
And it didn't happen until very late in life.
Mm.
But he had an opportunity to buy a smaller store,
Mm-hmm.
and he for a good deal.
Yeah.
And so he did that, and he did very well.
Okay.
And my mother helped him because she knew how to order ladies' things and you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Household things, and she was a big help to him.
Oh, good.
And they lived in this little town, like I told you, this little town in Indiana.
Yeah, that we always go visit when we see their graves. Yeah, the one we always visit, North Webster. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember much about your grandparents?
My grandparents.
Mm-hmm. What?
Yes.
Maternal or paternal grandparents?
Yes. My father's father and his mother
Mm-hmm.
were both very nice people, but my grandfather, he was always in business of some kind. He owned a store and sold it to his sons, and then he was always inventing something.
Mm.
He was a fisherman, and I remember he invented some things for fishing.
What was his name? Your father's father?
My father?
Your father's father. What was his name? The one you're talking about, your grandfather?
My father's father was Carl.
Earl. Was it Earl?
No, that was my husband's father.
Oh, your husband's father,
Earl.
right.
Yeah.
And your dad was Carl Bachman.
My dad.
And his father, what was his name?
Pardon?
What was Carl Bachman's father's name?
William.
William Bachman. Okay.
William Bachman, yeah. Oh, and he made this theater in a little small town, and he was a character. He had this trombone, and when it was time for the show to begin in the evening, he'd go out and play his trombone in front of his store. It embarrassed us. But he really was a smart man, and he was always making money different ways by inventing stuff. He invented some things that you would use in a fishing boat, in a small fishing boat, like on a lake, you know, that sort of thing. And so he was a good man, though.